Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today we'll be reacting to another internet historian video. This one is called The Curse of the Olympic Flame. I assume it has something to do with the Olympic flame that's supposed to always be active at all times, and I guess we'll see why it's cursed. All right, let's get into it. This means you,
okay, I'm going to be
IOC.
doing some real history for once.
What's the meaning of this? Who are you?
2,800 years ago, there were these guys called the Greeks. They're extinct now. But when they were around, they invented the Olympics.
Let me touch it. No.
To start the games, they would take a
Yeah, okay.
bunch of virgins, not that kind, who would do a ceremony and light a torch using a curved mirror. That torch would light a cauldron, which would burn throughout the duration of the games. Which didn't go for very long, by the way. Back then, there were only about 4 events. Stick throw, heavy frisbee, wrestling, and a 4th thing.
Yeah, of course, of course. Of course it's going to be wrestling. You know, the discus throwing thing, though, is surprisingly difficult.
So you were done in about 45 minutes and back to the villa in time for a traditional taco dinner.
I like this random Taco Bell stuff. Definitely have to have Mountain Dew in there, obviously. 12-pack tacos. I didn't even know Taco Bell did 12 packs. This should have been Mountain Dew. You messed up here. This should definitely have been Mountain Dew pouring into it. I guess that would have been a little too hard. I bet you with AI, you could definitely make a really good one now.
But here's the important bit. The cauldron is tradition, but the torch relay is totally made up. It was invented in the 20th century for the 1936 Berlin Olympics as a symbolic piece of Aryan propaganda for you-know-who. Would?
Really? Why the heck would you guys pick that up then? Is the IOC crazy? Don't answer that.
And so ever since, it's been cursed.
Okay. This looks like the start of a Scooby-Doo episode. Look at this intro.
But wait, back to the thing. Because you're probably wondering how the flame gets all the way from Greece to, say, Brazil with an open flame. Well, it goes by boat, bus.
Wait a second. So it's just a constant open flame from one location at all times that they move? I see. I see where this could have some logistical problems. I watch the Olympics occasionally, but I never really watched the opening ceremonies.
And plane, carried on 4 separate minor-style lamps. When it flies, it goes business class, by the way, on 2 separate flights. Cool, now you're up to speed, and I can start cataloging the Olympic.
Really? Business class? I guess because it has to have, like, flame maintainers, so you might as well pay for business class. I'm surprised it's not first class.
Yes. Let's start with Rio in 2016. A country so corrupt the gold medals are made of chocolate, and the chocolate medals are made of street crime. The lavish spending brought politics into the games, and it quickly became a cat and mouse game between security staff and protesters.
There's no way those gold coins were made of chocolate, or the gold medals were made of chocolate. Were they? No. No, I'm not going to believe that. I can't believe that. Maybe like plated in fake gold, but yeah. Yeah, they could. Their infrastructure was not great for that that event. Look at the hit markers. The amount of people that try to put the flame out is ridiculous, and they're probably just doing it for video clout. Did they shove someone who was in a wheelchair out of their wheelchair? Wow. Wow. What the heck was that? What's with all these people falling? How much are they running before they pass it on? Jeez.
They also had a jaguar as a mascot, which got spooked, probably by the fire, and then attacked one of the soldiers.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez, bit me right in the face.
They shot it. But this isn't the first instance of the Olympics killing animals.
Oh, of course
Seoul,
it is.
1988. To celebrate the occasion, they released 2,400 white pigeons into the
Interesting.
stadium. A great idea on paper. But then comes the Olympic flame. And here's the big ceremonial... Oh no. Oh no. People reported the smell of burnt pigeon for several
Okay, that should be laughing, but that's bad. It would take a second to move them away, right?
days afterwards.
I'm
In 2008, the curse came to Beijing. Here's the route. Starting in Greece with protests. Then in Kazakhstan, the
Uyghurs.
activists attempting to disrupt, although they got arrested and deported back to China. Turkey, more of the same type of protesters and more of the same type of arrests.
You violated the law.
Russia, protests. Then in Great Britain, the torch relay had to be detoured several times. By the time it was gone, there were over 70 arrests, and the mayor described the security team as a bunch of thugs. Also a protester with a fire extinguisher.
How many people have tried to put the flame out with a fire extinguisher? Maybe the opening ceremony trail for the flame is more entertaining than the Olympics. Maybe that's just me being an uncultured hick.
France, more extinguishers and arrests. After 50 disruptions, they gave up and just hopped on the bus and left.
50?
Known down Main Street.
Jeez.
Argentina, the flame was attacked with water balloons. Tanzania, no problems. Oman, no problem. India, more protests. Thailand, more protests. Malaysia, more protests. Indonesia, more protests. Australia, more protests. Japan, more protests. South Korea, more protests. North Korea, of course there were no protests in North Korea.
Yeah. Jeez, imagine protests in North Korea. There just won't be more people. Man, I mean, that's like 90% of the problems are random protests trying to put the flame out.
Vietnam protests, Hong Kong protests, Macau an arrest.
Doesn't
and
matter what
finally
country
to
it's
China,
in.
where the gods were so angry that the torch had made it that an earthquake happened and 70,000 people died.
What?
Another thing that keeps
Oh,
going
right. I forgot about the earthquake. Totally forgot about that earthquake. Jeez.
wrong with the torch relay is that they choose the wrong people to carry it. And then, when it arrives at the cauldron, it has a habit of going out. Montreal 1976 is considered the most disorganized Olympics ever. They had just finished building the stadium in time.
You know what they should do is they, and this would be a lie, and probably still fine, they should have a backup at the stadium already, just in the bowl, and then they can click a button and just light the flame. And be like, just, even if it's out on the torch, they just need to make a show of it. Most people can't see the flame. They could also, you know, with the torches, they could make it have a separate fuel reserve with a self-starting system in it. So, you know, if the torch goes out, you press a button and just like wave it and be like, oh, it was still in there.
Well, all except the roof. So every time it rained, it went out. Luckily, a well-meaning security guard was there to rekindle it with his lighter. Funnily enough, this isn't the first time that's happened. 2014, Sochi.
I mean, why don't you put like a canopy over it, like a big canopy over it with like a vent on the top?
He gets about 5 minutes in, and then, whoops, it's gone out. So he marches over to this dude, who just gives it the old Montreal special. They later had to douse it and relay it with.
Yeah, why don't you just build one into the flame or into the torch then? Just press a button, so if it goes out, it just relights it. You know, like those long, like, click fire starters, the sticks. It wouldn't be that hard, right?
The official flame. Also in Athens in 2004,
People
the
wouldn't even
official
notice.
cauldron was snuffed out by a passing breeze. 2012, the London Games. A gust of wind blew out the flame during the opening ceremony in Olympia. Look at the panic on this woman's face.
What do I do?
In London, the rafting team here has got splashed. In Sydney in 2000, Did they pick Sonic as their mascot? Protesters were there
I'm not even go into
with a
that.
fire extinguisher, but failed. The ocean failed too. But your boy, Gust of Wind, did it again. Anyway, I think you get the point. That's about the end of the video. Except to say that it'll be interesting to watch out for Tokyo 2020. It promises to be one of the longest relays ever.
Oh,
Dap, dap.
I thought this would be a lot longer. I thought we were going to kind of go into like, ways to kind of fix it. No, this entire video was how unlucky the Olympics are with this stupid relay, which, by the way, wasn't even started until the 1930s as a random little thing. I don't know, maybe they should stop doing this. They probably can't at this point because it's now just like a tradition for the last 100 years. Almost 100 years. Oh, jeez.
Dap, 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 dap.
I don't know.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, we'll definitely stay here.
You missed my. You missed.
What?
Please stop.
I probably shouldn't wait until the end. What is that? Oh, man. Okay, so that was interesting because it was, kind of like a history thing. But, they don't really have any... There's no solution, is there? Oh, man. I guess you just don't have a flame event where people can put it out. Maybe put it in, those glass containers that they fly it in? Maybe just stick that on top of the thing and then run with it. Have the ability to restart the flame from the torch itself. There's a lot of interesting options here, none of which they're going to implement. Because that's going to cost money and actually require a redesign of something. Oh, I know. Use one of those synthetic flames where it's just a fan with a with like a little like a piece of paper on it, and then light it when you get to the stadium from a button. There we go. That's the solution. Have a good day.